Hi, today we are going to study this unit. This thing is a radio unit, SARSAT. There are several modules. This one is a transmitter module, the frequency 406 MHz. There is here a black module without identification. On the other side, there is this block with several circuit boards, and there is this module, which is called the transmitter subassembly. First, let's start by this module. I will remove these 4 screws in order to remove this complete assembly. This is the first box. There is here on the top a matching unit assembly, filter maybe. There is an NSN code. There is the modulation input here. And there are 2 different transmitters, one high frequency and a second one UHF. There is a small inductor here and a trimmer capacitor. Okay, so this one is at 243 MHz. There is here an oscillator at 243 MHz, a crystal oscillator. We can see that we have a signal at 243 MHz. The power is 30 dBm, that is to say 1 watt. We have here a span of 100 Hz and a resolution bandwidth of 1 Hz. Let's see the second one. We have 2 boards here. The first one is a HF transmitter driver. And there is another crystal oscillator here, frequency 8.364 MHz. And this board is connected to the second board here, which is an HF transmitter and output stage. So we can see this RF transistor here. We can see that at the output there is a signal at 8.364 MHz as expected. And there is an attenuator of 40 dB at the input of the spectrum analyzer. So therefore there is a power of approximately 34 dBm. The second harmonic here is approximately 40 dB below the fundamental here. And we have here the transmitter module. This module is very light. We have here an SMD board. There is here an oscillator. This frequency is not common. The dead code 96. And here we should have a microcontroller. There is a crystal oscillator at 4 MHz. Okay, so this is the Motorola part 68H705. The code is probably protected. There is here an EEPROM, a 24C something. Here we have a dual D flip-flop. Here we have a dual decimal 4 bits counter. This part is a voltage regulator, LM317. This blue part here is a UHF amplifier, 7 watts. This is an OCXO. It's an oven-controlled crystal oscillator from Reeves Hoffman. This line is the power supply input. This is maybe a MOSFET transistor. Maybe a P channel that makes sense. The grid is maybe here. On the other side of that board, we have one LED and this trench part. So I guess that we have an infrared communication link here, and I think that this part is a kind of photodiode or phototransistor. This permits to have an external communication. The thing is probably an inductor. There is another trimmer. This part seems to be a thermistor. We have here a power supply assembly, 3 transistors in TO3 package, and here an interconnecting board. We have here a first board. There are various logic ICs, a dual D flip-flop here, a counter, a 4071, this is a dual binary counter, and here we have a configuration. You can see these jumpers here, and here we have a dual 1 to 4 analog multiplexer, another one. Okay, so we have here other parts, we have here other logic ICs, and we have here a programmable part. It's maybe an EEPROM. I think that this board permits to adapt an old EEPROM, maybe a 2716 or something like that, to another EEPROM. We have here a 27C64 OTP version. Another digital board. On that board we have mainly digital parts, but also some analog circuits. There is here a quad comparator. We have here 2 counters. There is an external oscillator here, so frequency is defined by these passive parts.